Hey, excuse my acne. It's been a while. Um, Also having random acne, pop up since tea. So that's fun. But yeah, I was supposed to make a video a month ago, but things got, really busy in my personal life, aside from work. And I think now is a good time to kind of catch up and update everyone about what's been happening in my life. Um, so I'll talk about the symptoms that I've missed last month and sort of into this month since it's already the end of July. So I actually wrote some stuff down this time. So apparently I wrote in the beginning of June that I noticed more leg hair. Um, and I still get this way where I'm stretching and it feels really nice to stretch, right? But then all of a sudden, my muscles tense and they're in so much sharp pain, or they'll just kind of give out and feel fatigued. It'll feel sore, um, not just in my legs, but like my arms and wherever else I'm stretching. Um, Aside from that, I would say voice is still getting lower. Hair texture has changed in the first week of tea, but now it's like a bit more rough, more than the first month. A lot of changes in like biological sensations, but not too much different. I would say my emotions are a lot better, like I can handle them a lot better. I still am emotional and sensitive of a person, but when I'm going through things, I don't know if it's just because I'm maturing as a person after starting tea and being happy with a lot of the progress. But in times of uh, dire times of conflict, I'll keep my calm and I will have emotions in the present, but instead of just like being unfiltered, I kind of just am aware and I take a second to process and handle the situation differently than I would have. Don't know if that's a T thing or just a me thing, but I've been going to therapy for like the past month, so maybe that's part of it. But moving on from that, I can't really say what else of a symptoms besides like the whole random acne thing. It just pops up on my face randomly. I've been working out here and there, or tried to in the past month. It's probably why my face looks a bit skinnier. Um, Another symptom. I almost forgot. So over the past month and a half, there's been times where exercise may be contributing, but I'm noticing redistribution happening by the weeks. I'll feel more muscular in some places and a bit less fat. There'd be like less fat in some places and more in others, like the abdomen. And I've already had like belly fat, but now it's like more of like my entire abdomen and torso area. But I've lost some fat in like like muscle and fat redistribution in my chest. Some parts of my leg like look different. Um, Feels a bit more firm in some places, probably from working out, but it's still squishy in other places. Can't really explain that very well. You'd have to see like picture differences of me, but I haven't been taking pictures of my body, which in my previous videos I said I would do, and I said I would do like a month to month basis, but life has been very fast. And I know I'm gonna regret not taking like body photos. I already kind of regret not taking body photos back in March. But it's fine. Whatever. I'll just have to use whatever photos I already have and make more. But anyway, getting into what's been happening, besides what I just said, is like personal life stuff. So, work has been not too difficult, but my social life has been so hard. Not just with like friends and acquaintances, but like relationship stuff and just socializing in general, like talking to my parents, talking to other people, trying to keep up with my friends that I already have known for a long time, trying to maintain a relationship in which from like February it was like going down here and then it came back and then it was like stable and now it's like this and then that and then that and then like back down here. It's just roller coaster, but process trying to process it. Therapy has been keeping me sane throughout. I think it's helped a lot more than I'm letting it on, because therapy kind of helps me to talk to someone about my issues and kind of like give a synopsis of my reflections and what I'm processing emotionally and mentally. But then I would get some feedback and like not really affirmation from my therapist, but just kind of like trying to work things out, how I'm handling things, how I'm like processing things, why I feel the way I do, stuff like that. In which it helped me communicate better with my partner as well. But right now I am mentally like probably at my lowest in the timeline of my transition. But I am like pretty content with how I look going forward right now. Maybe not so much the acne, but the voice changes is a lot more noticeable. But I am still getting misgendered. Happens pretty often at work. But I also talk differently because of my customer service voice. Working at a food place, a food service job. So that might be why. But if I were to talk like this all the time to people I knew, is kind of like I don't want to give off the impression there's something wrong with me, because it will be out of character. I never really talked monotone at my job, if ever, which is surprising. I surprise myself. But my job makes me happy and puts me in a good mood. I love the people there, and that aspect of my job has been stable. As for the customers, well, that's a different story. Like with all jobs, customers can be a bit rude, inconsiderate, or just don't know what's going on, and that's fine. As for like what just happened today and the things going on in my relationship, I'm very worried about, but it always seems like things get really bad right before my therapy sessions, because my therapy session's tomorrow. But then, like, it'll be fine after I talk to my therapist. Like, so it's just been like a here and here kind of thing. Like, I'm up here the beginning of the week after that session, and then it drops down, and then we're back up. But tonight in particular is like, there's things going on that I feel like I'm not in the present for, and life is just like kind of passing me by while my brain is kind of like in a limbo state and it's on pause. A lot of times I've been mentally drained. This past month in July, but things still have to keep moving, and financial stuff is a big responsibility I have to keep working on if I want to move out and if I want to keep my car, stuff like that. I just wish that I didn't feel the way I do right now, just because it's just something I dealt with growing up, and it's still continuing, and I'm not really sure why, but maybe that's just because of like my personality and how I am. But I don't feel very seen by other people. I don't really feel heard, and it seems like everyone else's opinions and feelings kind of just blanket over mine. And I know people aren't intentionally trying to ignore me, but it doesn't feel nice regardless. But I'm just so used to not having that kind of input or attention that it won't bother me most times. But today it just did, because other things happened on top. Going back to on the misgendering thing, it's been happening quite a lot of days in a row, which usually it doesn't. It's just like a here and there thing. But lately it's been a bit much. And maintaining a relationship is difficult while everything else is going on top. And I want to say that I take my relationships very seriously. Probably basing my life around it, but not to the point I'm living my life in a healthy way. I'm kind of just doing what I can for the better of myself and with someone else. And I don't think that's a bad thing. But I am worried for my partner and their current state, because there's times where it's very difficult for us to just maintain our life and lifestyles due to toxic environments, which I'm referring to our parents. Sometimes it gets really bad that it affects our relationship. And I feel like we have to work towards out of it, but I just wish there were better ways for me to offer support, and I try my best to give resources and just be there for them however I can, even if I'm doing mentally and emotionally really bad. I just don't want to come from a perspective in which many people outside of my life misinterpret my intentions or how I really feel. And I just hope that once things pass and clear up, that I can just be appreciated for my efforts. Because I know that when I acknowledged what people do for me in my past videos, I really do mean it from like a genuine point in my heart. I feel like there are times where I have it a bit too good, and then there are times where I'm not doing enough because of that. And I don't want to get too comfortable with how things are going. If anything, I've been really restless to try and push my future forward and kind of make one for myself at all. But I just hope that the people I love and care about get the same help that I did, and I try my best to offer that in the same way, even if it meant my approach is different from my partner's, just because we aren't the same person and personality, and I take my approaches differently than they do. I just wish that people really knew me for me. I think that's a really big thing that's been just what I've been thinking the past 2 months. I just want people to know me for who I really am. And if they don't know, then I would want people to ask or be interested in knowing me, because I definitely like to get to know people. But lately I just don't have the energy to socialize with other people like that. Rather than people I meet every day or people I see at work, I tend to keep to a closer, tighter group of friends that I can just kind of pass time with. But these videos I've been making always helped me. I just went through watching a bunch of them up until now, and I feel like I do a lot better explaining and talking, but I definitely still need to work on formatting my videos. I don't mean to drag this on for too long, but I did skip a month of my transition update. But point of this is just like, I don't want other people to see me as like this person who just seems like they have bad intent when that's not the case at all. And though I'm working on myself, I just wouldn't want people to be impatient or unfair with me. Because I'm trying my best to be patient with people and understand where they're coming from and like hear them out, despite my circumstance in which I just mentally can't handle conflict or like any negativity lately. But like I think things will work out. I think I just need a break. I think I'm just burning out. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next month, but aside from like preparing for going back to college in the fall, which I have to commute for 2 classes, so that's gonna be fun. I've been wanting to get back into my hobbies, and I was planning to practice guitar again and draw more often and learn a language, or at least practice the ones I know, like Korean. But it's been so hard to try and pick something up when life kind of gets ahead of you, you know? But I hope people watching this understand where I'm coming from. And I don't want my close friends to worry about me. There's just a lot going on I can't really talk about because I'm still in the process of living through it. And I'd rather talk to my close friends after coming out of that process. So I hope my friends understand, and I hope my partner understands where I'm coming from as well. I just think that we have to be patient with each other, because things have been going a little too fast, a little out of control. But both of us are going through a lot. And there's changes I want to make in the near future, which is also stressful, like trying to find a place to move out. So a lot of stressors here. But yeah, I'll try to make a video next month. Or in a week or two. Just to see how things are gonna go. But yeah. I'm trying my best. And I hope my friends out there are also doing good. And I'll see you guys in a month, hopefully.